Hey, my true tellers, how are you guys doing? Welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. I see my girl, Miss Wu. She says, "Good afternoon, Lady D and chat." She is listening while working. Yes, indeed. How are you guys doing? Thank you for coming in and listening, Miss Wu. Yes, indeed. So, guys, as you can see by the topic, I wanted to go ahead and invite a person on here. This is the reason why I wanted to come on live, but I think that if I would have went ahead and attached the person's name, they probably would have sat there and say, just like the last one, oh, she's harassing and she's bullying. So, like I said, I went ahead and I opened this platform right here. Thank God that I have a platform, and you are welcome to come on, long as you be respectful, because like I say, we are grown folks. But I was going back and forth with someone. I mean, my God, people have so much to say when they are in the chat room or under the comments, but when you give them an invitation to come on, then it's like they run away and duck their tail. This is your opportunity. We are grown women. In here, we are 18 and older, no babies in here. So, like I said, when it comes to a lot of stuff, when it comes to this particular show, which I'm not going to tell you no lie, guys, I am getting sick of it. I am getting very sick of it. But when it comes to this particular show, Love and Marriage in Huntsville, like I said, we all can take a piece out of it. And a lot of people, they look at the show because a lot of people have been hurt people, and they can, trauma bond. So that's what I think. But I do not condone adulteries. Like I said, I do not condone, any sin. But like I said, who am I? We all been through. If I tell you my story, of all the stuff that I've been through, and did, and thank God for God's amazing grace, thank God for His forgiveness, my soul probably would have been hanging on the outside of hell. So, who are you to say that someone does not? Uh, cannot receive God's amazing grace. Like, it says, if you want to go around and quoting scriptures, like I say, some of these people, they need to just go ahead and just close that Bible and just walk away, because like I said, they really don't know exactly what they are reading. They don't know how to rightfully divide it, because he without sin cast the first stone. We all go through certain things. You might not be adulterous, but it's a lot of things that you are doing that may not be in right standing with the Most High God. So who are you to judge? And that's one of Satan's favorite scriptures. These worldly people, they don't know, maybe never even cracked open a Bible, probably has so much dust, but I promise you, they can quote, judge not. They can, oh, don't judge. They can quote scriptures like that. But who are you to judge? He without sin cast the first stone. One thing about me, I does not have a heaven nor hell to put no one in. And that's fact. So when they say, oh, you condoning adulterers, first of all, who said it was? Like I said there and say, if someone been in a relationship for over 2 years, that's not adulterers. That's not a side chick. That's they sister wives. You're trying to tell me, that when a person is with the same person for over 2 years, that's a relationship. So let's go ahead and let me play this right quick. I wanted to find that clip with Destiny. I know I have it, where Destiny had said at the reunion, she has said, if I got to get rid of Martell, then I'm gonna have to get rid of you. Was talking to Melody, because they both was doing the same things. And the thing about it is that they quick to call Martell adulteress, quick to call him adulteress, but Melody was doing the same thing. Melody was doing the same thing. I don't care who did it first. It doesn't matter who did it first. These people were still married. They were still married. So it doesn't matter. And like I said, what man that gonna come home from a hard day's work, and I say it all the time, and I'm gonna continue saying it, and come home and pretty much your wife done checked out. We got these women right now that they don't want to cook, they don't want to clean up, they don't want to do anything. Like I say, yes, your looks might get you to the door, but it's not going to keep you in. It's not going to keep you in. One man that going to constantly just looking at you, pampering all about yourself. That's a selfish spirit. No man is going to go ahead and do that. Not no man that I know. Sooner or later, like I said, every broom sweeps good, but before you know it, that broom gonna get old just like the rest and be thrown in a closet, and that's real talk. So let me see if I can go ahead and find this clip. But before I find this clip, I'm trying everything, guys. When it comes to StreamYard, they giving us so many different features that we can go ahead and use. I didn't realize that they was taking $45. I mean, StreamYard then went up. So guys, y'all make sure y'all hit the Cash App, because like I said, in here, I'm not going to dumb it myself down. In here is real talk, and I'm not going to make nobody feel that, oh, what she's talking about, it does not mean a hill of beans. Yes, it does. The crap that I see on other people's channels and stuff like that. If you can support them, you also can support me. So if you feel led to go ahead and hit the Cash App, Real Talk 985, you are not obligated, but if you feel led to go ahead and do it, you are welcome to go ahead and do so. So let me go ahead and see if I can read the copyright disclaimer. Is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that I go ahead and get that out the way. And also, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. So let me see if I can find. I had saw that clip. I know I had pulled it up. I don't know what I did with it when Destiny. You guys remember when Destiny was at the reunion and they was going back and forth, and Destiny had said, "Well, look, if I got to go ahead and get rid of Martell, then I have to also get rid of Melody, because right there what he was saying, that they were doing the same thing. Let me see if I can find it. I'm looking for it right now. I know I had it, but for some reason, YouTube and changed up. Not YouTube, StreamYard has changed up so much stuff that in me, I just don't feel like looking at all the stuff.
To play in my face.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me see. Hold on, bear with me, guys. I'm trying to see how to get all this together. Okay, so let me play this right here, right quick, and let me put the copyright disclaimer up here. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about all this right here. Like I said, you guys, the type of person that you would throw the rock and you would go ahead and hide your hands, make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then you want to be quick to sit there and call Martell out. And like I said, I'm tired of it. I don't know about you guys. I am tired talking about it. And I'm going to stop talking about it, because no way in the world that I'm going to stay on something that I really don't even like. I don't even like talking about this no more. It's time for us. It's time for a solution. It's time for a solution. So, hey, Miss Dugan. Miss Dugan is in the house. She says, hey, real family. How are you doing? I see Starbucks in the house. She says, welcome to Unapologetic Real Talk. So let me go ahead and play this, because like I said there and say, sometimes when it comes to forgiveness, it's not for that person, because as you can see, these people getting on with their lives. They out there enjoying life, just you know they not worrying about all this stuff right here. I saw people saying that uh Martell need to go ahead and leave Mel alone. This man, they just post a picture. And where is all that coming from? Just posting a picture, you gonna say that Martell and Ariane just trying to go ahead and get at Melody? It's just that you guys can't let it go. So while Melody is on this 24-hour fast or whatever she's doing, I hope the Most High God do talk to her and say, release yourself from these trauma binding people. Detach yourself. I hope that's what the Most High God would tell her. Because long as you clinging to these type of people, you're gonna always be messed up. And we're gonna talk about that, because like I said, in here it's real talk. We ain't got time to sugarcoat. We ain't got time to pacify anyone. So let me go ahead and play this right quick.
To play in my face. When no one's playing in your face, I don't. You are. What you're not gonna do is continue to play in my face. When no one's playing in your face, I don't. You are. You, sweetie.
And you see, that's what they saying. You see, and now you want to go ahead, and you don't like people to call you these childish names. She talked to people like a mother, and that's exactly what Destiny has said. Destiny said, you're not going to talk to me like you talk to Tisha and them, like you being a mother. We're going to talk woman to woman. But when it comes to Melody, Melody is the type of person that she can talk to you any kind of way. Now, I don't know, because she's the only child, but we're not going to give Melody any excuses no more, because Melody is a grown woman. But you cannot go around thinking that you can talk to people any kind of way, because people is not going to allow you to do that. And that's real talk. Hey, Darky Lovely, say hello, everyone. Lady D in chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming in. So let me go ahead and play some more.
Well, you're talking to me now. I don't talk. The reality of it is that what you're not gonna do is continue to play in my face. When no one's playing in your face, I don't. You are. You, sweetie. Well, you're talking to me now. I don't talk. The reality of it is
so that's not the one that I wanted to play, but it was the same. It was the same reunion. But what I wanted to play is the one that when Destiny had told Melody, if I have to stop talking to Martell, then I'm gonna have to stop talking to you as well. So like I said there and say, nobody wants to talk about what Melody has done. And it's time for us to move on, because I feel like I've been talking about this over and over and over and over. It's no solution. So The only thing that I can come up with while they on that 24-hour fast, I pray that the Most High God speak to them. I hope that the right God speak to them and they not on their knees sitting there trying to plot up evil, because they already know that they done sold so many of those type of seeds in the ground. And this is the month of harvest, okay? But I just hope that the Most High God will intervene, because I know that he can intervene. I know that he can stop them on the road of destruction. Because no way in the world that you can sit there and ask for God's favor, but you cannot give grace to no one. And that's all I'm saying. You want to quote scriptures to me, like I say, you are the wrong person to try to quote scriptures to me, because I know exactly how to rightfully divide the word of truth for correction and reproof. I told you, I comes with a sword, a flaming sword. So don't tell me, oh, that's adulteress. You condone adulteress. Like I said, there's still a lot of stuff that we take on is because of what our oppressors, our colonizers has sat there and injected, embedded in us. But like I said, I'm not going to go there. And when it comes to, like I said, when it comes to all the stuff that's going on with Melody and Martell and Ariane, these people knew exactly what they was doing. These people put their life on display for the entire world to go ahead and pick it apart. So like I said, if you're going to continue beating his dead hearts, we're going to continue riding on this trauma binding train wagon, then there should be some type of solution, because everything has an end. So the only thing that I could sit there and say when it comes to all this right here is to just go ahead and let Ariane on that show. And you might sit there and say you don't want it, but you do want it. You do want Ariane on the show, because the girl just went ahead and she posted still pictures, didn't say not one word. One word, just post pictures of her and Martell, if that's they married or whatever. They was out there enjoying themselves, looking good, having a glorious time. But you guys found something about that to say. And what's sad about it is that when I got another video, thank you to my reliable sources, send me another video of a content creator sitting there wants to call what Tisha and Marceau doing when they had the Black Nick, at the that homecoming, calling it a scam. And then they was poking fun of the event, and saying all types of stuff, calling Miss Wanda out, talking about every last person that Miss Wanda had showed on that live that she was doing. And the thing about it is that I sit there and say, how in the heck that these people can sit there and talk about other people's features when they look like every morning they got to sit there and change their pillowcase because it looked like they slobs all over the place all night. I mean, mouth just full, like it's full of spit. Like I say, guys, don't get me started. But how the heck that these women that's not pleasing in the eyes as well can sit there and talk about their own people? Make it make sense. But that's just to show you, when people don't have nothing to say, they're going to do stuff like that. But I didn't see nothing wrong with what Miss Wanda was doing. I don't see nothing wrong with what Tisha and Marcy. You guys are the ones looking at them. These people getting on with their lives. But you sitting on your couch or sitting behind the computer because you don't have nothing going. You feeding off of them. So that's why you sitting there, you trying to say any and everything to get these silly sheets to sit there and agree with you guys. But to me, all it shows is jealousy. That's why I say when it comes to Miss Wanda, I wouldn't even entertain them, because your enemies are your biggest advertisers. You need your enemies because your enemies are the ones that's going to push you into your destination. So let them talk, because they cannot talk. How the heck you could sit there and call out people when you sitting there looking like you got a bunch of cotton balls in your mouth? Make it make sense. Look like you drooling. And I just can't. Lord have mercy. Lord help them. I just don't understand it. Dark and Lovely says, right. I agree, Lady D. She wants to add to and take away from God's words to confirm that would suit her when God clearly say you cannot add or take away from his written word. Absolutely. But see, the thing about it is that they don't know the word. Because if they really knew the word, then they would know what not to do and what to do. See, they want God's blessings, but they don't want to do what it takes to receive these blessings. That's why I said there and say these people have a form of godliness, but they deny the power thereof. These people, like I said, you're going to know them. These people, you're going to know them. And this is the year right now. This is the year that the Most High God is just ripping the sheets off of them. He's going to just bring them to open shame. You can't think that you're going to get away with the stuff that you used to get away. No, you're not going to do it. Not at all. Tisha, Marcel, and Wanda look amazing. Absolutely. But it's just jealousy. Just look at these people. Just look at these people. Lord have mercy. I promise you, when I was their age, I was sitting there. I was making my money. I was setting myself up for today where I can come on and don't even have to worry about bills. Don't have to worry about robbing Peter to pay Paul. Don't worry about tearing people down. I was setting myself up at their age like that. But these women, like I said, half of these women, they don't have a pot to, you know what, and the winner to go ahead and throw it out because God don't bless mess. One thing that we know when it comes to the Most High God, God is the altar. It's not the altar of confusion, but of love, peace, and of a sound mind. And if they were sitting there getting themselves ready for this 24-hour fast, then why are they sitting there trying to stir up mess? Because like I said there, say these people is not exactly what you think it is. Okay. Divine says that Tisha, Marcel, and Wanda look amazing in their photos, and that party was jam-packed. The Scots are clearly influential in Huntsville. Absolutely. And that's what they don't like. That's what they don't like. They don't want to see Marcel and Tisha going out there as power couples, making a difference when it comes into their community. Because we already know they all wanted to uplift one person. They all wanted to uplift one person. And the first thing they want to sit there and say, oh, they jealous. Nobody is jealous. You guys are showing you're jealous. I mean, you can't even hide it anymore. You can't even hide. Some people, they tried to hide, but they're not even hiding no more. Because it's showing, it's written all over them. It's written all over them. Gail said, you see who they badmouth the Scots event, her will flop each time she is blocking her blessings. And they are absolutely blocking her blessings as well because she's attached to that. Until she sat there, she cut it off. I don't care how much. They out there sitting there calling for a 24-hour fast. God don't bless no mess. He does not bless no mess because, like I said, these people sit there and out there tearing down in order to build somebody else up. Make it make sense, guys. It does not make no sense at all. And sometimes, the blessings is not for that person that have wrongfully whatever did to you. The blessings is for you to sit there and say, let go and let God. And if you said that God said, let go and let God, then why are you keep harping on that? Why are you keep beating the dead horse? That's how I look at it, and we got all these people that's out there, making tons of videos, sitting there trying to shame and talk about Miss Wanda. You can't do that. You can't do that at all. Because like I said there and say, what goes around comes around. And when it comes back to you, you're not going to be able to handle it. Thank you, Miss Wu. Miss Wu went ahead and gave me a super chat, $19.99. Thank you very much. And I pray that the Most High God bless it tremendously. Unlimited, shaking together and running over. Thank you very, very much. And that's how when people, they support you, and I give God the glory, because like I said, this right here, this is true ministry. And a lot of people, they want people to, go around and tickle their ears. But we're not going to tickle nobody else. We're going to stand on our truth. And every time when you have that unforgiveness in your heart, all you're doing is causing yourself to have a miscarriage, a stillbirth. And you might sit there and say, well, what she's talking about, when I supposed to allow these people to continue doing what they're doing? No. Forgive them. Let go. Don't give these people your energy. That does not mean that you have to be in company with that person. No. But you take your energy, you take your power back. Take your power back from them. And that's exactly what it is. You guys wondering why you can't burst nothing out, because you are causing yourself to have a stillborn. A lot of us right now are walking around with a stillbirth. And wondering why every time when I put my hands on something, it's like it just fall on foul grounds, because you are miscarrying your birth, your baby. How you able to carry that baby to full term when you just sitting there putting all that inside junk in you? You walking around with a stillbirth. If you want to sit there and deliver of fruitful blessings, start speaking blessings and not cursing. And you wondering why everybody running ahead of you, why everybody out there enjoying life, they supposed to be miserable. They supposed to be unhappy. No, the only ones are miserable and unhappy is you. And that's real talk. So that's why we got to let go. Like I say, we have to let go and let God. And when it comes to forgiveness, forgiveness is not forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is you. You have to let go, and you also have to let God. I wanted to go ahead and read this right here. Let me see if I can go ahead and read this right here, because this is what the Most High God had given me today when it comes to the gift of forgiveness. And like I said, we don't want to go around and carry a stillbirth baby. We don't want to do that. We don't want no miscarriage. I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of seeing everybody else blessed and wondering why I'm not blessed. And the reason why you're not blessed is because you not taking your hands off it. You are the ones behind the wheel. So this right here, coming out of Ephesians, and you can read whatever Bible that you want, because I truly believe that the Living Bible is in us. But in Ephesians 4:32, it says, be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. So we have to be kind and compassionate to one another. We have to learn to forgive, let go, and let God. When we say God say, let it go, that means let it go. Don't worry about it. You don't care what they are doing. Move on. Start enjoying your life. But you have to learn to let go and let God. If you want God to sit there and forgive you, and we all have done some stuff. But thank God for God's amazing grace, okay? Thank God for his amazing grace. Hey, Tina. Tina says, truth hands, yellow heart, yellow heart, red heart, yellow heart, red. Yes, you're going to have to break that down to me, Tina. Also, Gwen Davis says, hey, everyone. Yes, indeed. So, also, like I said, make sure you take that scripture down, Ephesians 4:32, because this is the word that the Most High God has given to me today. That we have to learn to be kind and compassion, and learn to forgive each other. If you want God to go ahead and forgive you, and forgiveness can often feel like an uphill battle, especially when we've been hurt or wrongdoing by others. Like I said, it's kind of hard, but that's the test. God always give the hardest test. It's like we are in a race, like when you in a relay race, and it's look like you got hills and all types of loops you got to go ahead and jump over, but you see that prize, you see the finish line, you got to continue going. Don't let people sit there and stifle your anointing. However, it is important to understand that forgiveness is not about that person who harmed you. It's about it's about freeing ourselves from the burden of resentment and anger. Holding on to grudges can weigh us down affecting our peace and our well-being. So we saying that we want peace, but yet we holding a grudge. It's just like, I don't know. I know we got a lot of people that call themselves so-called Christians. What I don't call myself Christian. I call myself a believer. But we got a lot of church-going people that they feel that, oh, if I go to God and I give tithes, or I go and they didn't understand what this guy, which he didn't understand what he was talking about either. Shawnee O'Neal husband, Keon, whatever his name, Keon Henderson. If I go to give to the poor, God is going to bless you. No, get your heart right first. That's what he should have said. Keon Henderson should have said, before you go out there and you want to say, look, I want to bless someone, and then go and blow the trumpet. Oh, I did this, I did that for that person. Sort of like what Mel did to Destiny. You remember when Destiny was down, when she was going through with her divorce? And when you're going through a divorce, I mean, a lot of stuff, that you was used to having, you end up, going through it, because all that stuff, y'all income is tied together. So Destiny was going through, and that's the time when she really needed a friend. So when Melody, I guess, went to her house, and I don't know how it came about, she saw a past due bill, or something was cut off, the water, the power, something was cut off. So Melody went ahead and she cashed out Destiny. I think it was like $5,000. But Destiny didn't even ask her for it, but Destiny needed it. And I think she was grateful, and she was thankful, and she was appreciated that her friend went ahead and cashed out her $5,000, so she can pay her bills. But the blessings is what you do in secret, the Most High God is going to reward you open. So if I bless you, I don't need to go and toot my horn. I don't need to tell everybody I did this, I did that. Because when you do something like that, you're doing it grudgingly. You don't blow a trumpet. If I sit there and I see a homeless person, or I see someone come to my house and say, D, I'm hungry, and I know this person, is really in need. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, I fed so and so, and I thought so and so had it going on, and I'm calling, oh, she coming in my house and she asking for food. That's not a blessing. That's not a blessing. But if I sit there and I give this person what she need at that time, and I just take it to God, my reward is going to come from God, not man. I hope you guys see exactly what I'm talking about. So that's what it's talking about when you give grudgingly. Don't give me something that's grudgingly, out of necessities. Don't do that. Don't do that at all, because what you're doing is, all you're doing is causing all your blessings to be evil spoken of. Okay, so let me go ahead and read this right here. Let me see if I can go ahead and read it again. But right here it says, forgiveness can often feel like an uphill battle, especially when you've been hurt wrongdoing by others. However, it is important to understand that forgiveness is not about that person who harmed you. It's about freeing ourselves from the burden of resentment and anger. Holding on into grudges can weigh us down, affecting our peace and well-being. When we choose to forgive, we take powerful steps towards healing. So if you're looking for healing, if you're looking for blessings, if you're looking for favor, then you're going to have to take your power back. That's just like when my business. I remember when one of my friends, she said, I know you mad with God. When all the stuff that was happening, I know you was mad with God. But I sat there and say, just like Job, I had a Job experience. God give it, God could take it away. God would test you. The stuff that you think that you are doing, the favors that you think that you are doing for people, it's not for you. God only gave you the blessings so you can to see what you're going to do. Some people, when they receive the blessings, they lose their mind, or they think that, oh, I have arrived. So God cannot trust you. And sometimes I talked about it all the time. The devil can bless you too. You thinking that just because they driving in the nice cars and living on top of the hills, oh, they must be blessed. No, the devil bless you too. But you're going to know the difference when God bless you and when the devil bless you. Because when God bless you, you can go on TikTok and you don't have to worry about stirring up no mess in order to sell your products. You can sit there and tell people exactly what I am doing. But when the devil bless you, you got to sit there and pull all types of tricks. You got to do all types of magic. You got to talk all reckless in order for someone to sell your products. And all you're doing is sending all that negative energy to the sender. That's when you know that the devil don't bless you. You all up night. You up all night sitting there trying to plot how I could sit there and put my foot on the next person. That's how you know what God's blessings. Because he said you're going to know them by the fruit that they bear. If I'm out there and causing all types of havoc and sitting on my computer all day and sitting there looking at innocent people, don't even know them, becoming an enemy to them, tearing them down, calling them out, talking about their clothes, talking about this right there. Like I said there and say, that's what I call a green eye monster. God cannot bless that type of person, okay? When we choose to forgive, we take a powerful step towards healing. It allows us to release the negative energy that ties us to past hurt. So when you forgive, you let go and you let God. What you're doing is you shaking off all that old residue. Shake it off. Shake off of those grave clothes and come out of her. It allow us, let me read it again, to release the negative energy that ties us to past hurt, creating a space for joy and love in our heart. That is the fruit of the spirit: love, joy, peace, meekness. We want that. Long suffering, patient. We asking for stuff like that. Gentleness. Remember that forgiveness doesn't mean condoning the action or forgetting the pain. So forgiveness does not mean that you are a doormat. I'm going to continue allowing that same person to continue doing the things that they used to do to me. No, I'm not talking about that, because one thing that I know when it comes to the Most High God, he does not he does not make wimps. So why would you sit there when you done clean your house to let the devil come back, them demons come back in your house, knowing that the house is clean? All he's going to do is make it worse than what it already was. No, you can love that person. You can forgive that person from a distance. That's what it means. That's what it means. So you don't have to sit there and say, oh, well, I'm supposed to let that person in again. No, grant me the strength. So let me finish rewind. Remember that forgiveness doesn't mean condoning the action or forgetting the pain. It means choosing to let go of the hold it has on us. So when we forgive, we are forgiven, because I saw a lot of seasoned women. I mean, seasoned women. Most of these women that's out there supposed to be teaching the young kids, they are telling them, don't forgive. Don't let it go, because what this person did was wrong. We want to see him hurt. Like I said there and say, you becoming an enemy to someone that you don't even know. Not knowing that it's just backfiring. It's boomeranging on you. So you wondering why this person cannot go on with their life. Because you putting a tight hold around that person, okay? That's exactly what you're doing. Tina said, amen. Grudges, it gives you wrinkles. Absolutely. It makes you old. It makes you old. I'm 58 years old. And like I said there and say, I am happy how I look. And I could tell you I had it going on and still got it going on, because I don't have to stress myself out. But when you holding on to all that grudges, All it's doing is making yourself look so old. And seriously, it's not healthy. That's what she says. It's dull. It dulls the soul. It darkens the soul. So why are you holding on to all that when it's making you look like a witch? Okay? Let go and let God. Let go and let God. Tina also says, mind you, Destiny had a newborn baby and going through a divorce. Mel didn't have to tell anybody. No. But Mel wanted a moment. And I just pray, because I don't care how many fasts 24 hours that these people can call. It does not mean a hill of beans if you don't make it right before you fall on your knees. It does not make a hill of beans because it's not going to go no farther than that ceiling you are under. If you don't let go and let God and stop going out there trying to cause all types of havoc and start taking accountability. If Mel could take accountability for at least one thing, all the ones that's sitting there talking about Mel this, Mel went through a lot, Mel this, we all been through a lot, but we also take accountability. If Mel can take accountability open. Now, I don't know what she do behind closed doors because like I said, we looking from the outside in. I don't know what she's talking to her friends or whatever. But we already know a lot of the stuff these people they play out on social media. So if you're out there causing havoc on social media, I think that you should come on and make it right on social media. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Starbucks say, damn, that's a great friend. But like I say, Destiny went through a lot. Destiny was going through, and that's why the Most High God is going to bless Destiny. I want to see them all prosper. But I don't want them to cast their pearls to swans. I don't want them to let their goods to be evil spoken of. I want to see Destiny prosper because Destiny had got a bad end of the deal. Destiny got a bad end of the deal. I think that when it comes to Destiny, Destiny is a good friend. She was a good friend to Mel, but Mel was not a good friend to her because Mel is the type of person. She like I say, she's a woman. She's a grown up woman, but some of them they have a childlike mind. They get stuck. Sort of like what's her name? Ayala. Ayala fixed my life. You remember Ayala? And I might be pronouncing her name wrong. You know how she said they say some people they get stuck in a childlike mind. So you feel that, okay, if I don't like that person, then you shouldn't like that person either. It does not work like that. I can be friends with someone and still don't like a person that they are friends with. So that means that I got to cut that person off? No, I don't have to do that because I'm not going to give those type of people that much power. I'm not going to do that. Dark and Lovely say, I also Destiny helped Melody too when she didn't have credit or rent a car. Lady D, neither did Destiny put that info out there until Mel put out their put about that $5,000. Absolutely. Destiny was not going to talk about that. When Melody was going through the stuff that she was going through with her divorce and filing chapter 7, she couldn't even rent a car. Destiny went and rent a car for her. Destiny didn't go out there and toot her horn. She didn't do that. She didn't sit there and made it a part of a storyline. Destiny didn't do that. But the minute when the lights, the cameras got on Melody, she lost it. Oh, I don't know what else to talk about. So, I might as well go ahead and stir up some mess. I gave Destiny $5,000. And it's not a word verbatim because I don't think that she came out and said Destiny's name, but she might have came out and said Destiny's name because that's what narcissists do. But still of all, she didn't even have to say that. Even if I'm not mistaken, I got to pull that clip up. I think what's her name? Tamar Braxton was there and was looking at her crazy. Because, if you knew your friend was going through a nasty divorce and just had a child, Why would you sit there and say what you did for her? I don't want that type of blessings. I don't want no one to bless me and then go to the nearest corner and toot their horn. I don't want that type of blessing. I don't know about you, but and you wondering why they are going through right now and seeing everybody else being blessed. Just like it was said when it comes to the Scots doing their thing in Huntsville. People looking at them as power cuppers. They wanted to mess up the Scots because hurt people hurt people. Look at Stormy. Stormy put Huntsville on the map. These people are about their business. Now I'm hearing when it comes to Marcel and Maurice that they opening up another business, another bar and grill business, where people can go to the bar and drink and watch football and eat at the same time. A ball, what you call that? Like a sports bar. They opening up a sports bar. That's awesome. That's what it's supposed to be about. It has supposed to be about Black entrepreneurs coming together and making it happen, not stirring up mess. Like I said, Melody dropped the ball. And I hope that they put Love and Marriage in Huntsville back on track. I hope they do that because that's what it had supposed to be about. The 6 core group coming together and building. But now we don't see no building. All we seen tearing down. So I wants to see the Scots doing something. And what they trying to do, what we saw yesterday on their platform, they wanted to make it evil spoken of. They wanted to make it evil spoken of. That's why they had it on their platform and tried to find anything that was negative. But all the while, people was looking at you because soon in a minute you sitting there trying to call other people out their name. We was looking at you. We was looking at you, how you was slobbing from the mouth. How we was looking at you, droopy. Like I said, they say our people, we got a long ways to go. It is so sad that we got to fight white supremacists on one hand and we got to fight our daggone people on the other hand. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Hey, True Wisdom. Yes, I like that name, True Wisdom. She says, hello, everyone. All is well. Gwen Davis said, yes, that's why I said they are very immature. Absolutely, very immature. And the thing about it, these people, like I say, these are grown people. These are not children. These are grown people. Lord, I hate to see how the next generation is going to look. Because I promise you, at their age, I was sitting there setting up businesses, making sure that when I get old, my kids don't have to sit there and worry how they going to take care of their mom, their parents. We was making sure that we leave legacies. But I bet you these people right now, they most likely, just like we see some of these right now, and their business already out there. Probably, like I say, they racked up so many different credit cards and in bankruptcy so young. What person that you know will be in bankruptcy or owe 50 creditors from $1 to $10 million? What person that you know would do that? You got to be a very reckless person to do something like that. Because what they do is they live above their means. They live above their means. But if they don't stop it and pump their brakes, God gonna put them to open shame. Because your life is on display, the entire world watching. And while they watching you, God will set there the same ladder that they held you to a hold to get you up there. That same ladder, the same people shake your butt right off it. That's why you got to be careful. especially when all eyes is on you. You got to be careful. You can't think that you can go around and just treat anybody any kind of way. You can't do that. You can't do that. It doesn't work like that. Um, Oh, it was Monique. Okay, I thought it was Tamar Braxton. It was Monique. Yes. Okay, thank you for correction. Yes, she was on Caller's platform. I think Caller's had some kind of little show that he was doing where he had, people to come on, sort of like a little Oprah thing, had people to come on his platform. And it was Melody and Monique. Yeah, Monique Scott. Yes, looking at her crazy. Yes, yes, that's who it was. The girl sat there and she loved to emasculate. She loved to emasculate black men. And that's why I sit there and say, if I was Tisha, I hope not, because I promise you, I will be making 101 videos if I see Tisha allowing her husband, Marcel, to film any scene with Melody. Because just like we was talking about yesterday, all Melody, and this is our opinion, based off of what we see on this reality show, these people put out there on social media. These people are public figures. But I promise you, if I see Melody and Marceau is shooting a scene, I'm done. I'm going to make 101 videos and tell you guys exactly how I feel about it. Because if anybody was out there to tear down my marriage, talked about me like a dog, bringing my cousin, knowing that my cousin was going through all types of personal stuff in her life, to tear down my marriage, and then you want my husband. I don't care if it's acting. I don't care if they doing their job. Don't come to me and tell me, oh, these people, they are only doing their job. I don't care. I do not want to see no scene of Melody and Marcel's filming. I don't want to see this no more, because when I saw this one, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this one right here. Let me play this one.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. 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 I was so upset. Hold on, guys. Let me go ahead and play this right here. Now, first of all, let me go ahead and because some of you guys, that don't know about what's going on. But this right here, they basing all this off a text message when Marcel has said free Martel, and quite obvious, Marcel is going to say something like that. And the reason why, because he was friends with Marcel way before Melody was grafted into that friendship. So now she's going to Tisha's husband and emasculating him like she did her own husband. But yet we got these people that's coming under my page. I gave you the platform. If you want me to drop the link, tell me to drop the link. I'm this your chance to talk. I come on just about every day. But Melody is not going to take accountability of the stuff that she do. So let me play this. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I must have hit mute. Hold on. Let me see if I can get out and then put it back on. Hold on, guys. Let me I'm gonna start it all over again. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to see this anymore. I do not want to see Marcel and Melody at the table again. I don't care how, they say, well, Tisha is not insecure. Nobody ain't talking about that. I don't want to see that. Find somebody else to film with.
Wow. What the is wrong with you? You say you don't know what the hell happened, but you're going to test the anchor Free Martel? What the is wrong with you? Free Martel? No, you know what? No, that's that free Tisha.
Now she sat there and they was having a conversation, and right in his face, she emasculate him. And I never once ever heard Tisha talk to her husband like that. Never ever heard Tisha emasculate her husband the way that we got this being nice Melody, Saint Melody, the one that's on a 24-hour fast today, emasculating this black man on TV. And you guys wondering why I talk about Melody the way that I talk about Melody today. I don't know Melody from a can of paint. I only can tell you what I see off of the reality show and what these people put out there on social media. Now, if you think that this was right for Melody to go in this man's face, a grown man's face, just because he was supporting another black man that happens to be one of his friends, and she wanted to call him out, which she was wrong with what she done, because nowhere in the world she should have went ahead and submitted that to the court, knowing that was the father of her children, knowing that she held those receipts for almost 2 years. But she wanted a moment. She wanted a scene. Every time when Melody do anything, it always backfire on Melody. It always backfire on Melody, because what Melody do is Melody allow her goods to be evil spoken of. Like I said, this is not the act of God. This is the act of a devil. And if anything, Melody, instead of going on these 24-hour fasts, because all she's doing is causing everybody that's attached to her to be sick, go through all that grudgingly and all that animosity, and wonder why you out of your mind, wonder why you going to doctors, because you allow someone to pray for you, someone that's don't even have their life together. And I know you might say, well, this is a reality show. You know, it's all about drama. But like I said there and say, some of these people that watches this show, they don't see it just as a reality show. They are attaching their drama to this. Because the reason why, because most of the stuff is not on a reality show. I would sit there and say, okay, you know, this is acting. Because I remember when Ariane, you know, she has said, you know, if anything that's on this reality show, she don't worry about it. But this is not on the reality show. This is on social media. Some of this stuff these people play out on social media for the entire world to go ahead and pick it apart. Make it make sense. So let me go ahead and read some more comments. Oh my God, time show pass fast. And I'm just staying on here an hour, guys. I got one more minute. Right here, Tina says she is so sick and always trying to hold on. Tina says she is so sickening, always trying to talk to Marcia, yet throw a jab at Kimmy, insinuating that she wanted Martell. And notice, Tina, she's not gonna play that with Kimmy, because Kimmy don't play that. And that's why I said there and say, when it comes to Tisha gonna have to put her foot down. And I hope she put her foot down, because if they want to shoot a scene, we gonna shoot a scene together. But I wouldn't even want to shoot a scene with Melody. Why? When Melody tried everything that she could to attack my marriage. Even Tisha said one time at a reunion, Melody, you got a dark soul. You might be pretty on the outside, but you are evil inside. So if you know someone that evil, why would you want that person to be in your circle? It's time for Melody. It's time for Melody to go. It's time for Melody to go, because like I said, Melody already have proved herself that she cannot bring it without tearing other people down. And what the thing about it is that she thought that she can bring all that mess to TikTok. TikTok don't roll like that, because like I said, when it comes to Stormy got it on lockdown. And do you think that the people that runs TikTok going to side with Melody over Stormy? No. Stormy making millions in 1 hour. And she don't have to stir up the pot in order to sell her products. So if anything, these people gonna end up sitting there throwing Melody off of TikTok. Melody, like I said, she thinking that she's doing good, but all you doing is messing yourself up. What Melody need to do, just like we talked about yesterday, Melody need to do exactly what Kenya Moore is doing. Rebranding yourself. Kenya Moore is trying to rebrand herself. Kenya Moore is out now. She's in Africa getting a healing. Her and her daughter, Kenya Moore. You know Kenya Moore on Real Housewives of Atlanta. You know the stunt that she did. How she wanted to pull out, some stuff to degrade another woman. Thought that was a show. But now what's Kenya Moore is doing now? She's trying to rebrand herself, even if she do it with her daughter. Her daughter, like I said, I saw the scene and stuff like that, trying to get her daughter out there. Maybe, put on TV, do a reality show, mother and daughter. But you have to realize, people they watch is how you move, and you cannot allow your gifts to be even spoken of. Okay, and that's real talk. So Tina says she despised Tisha Life. Absolutely, but if she despised Tisha Life, Tina, why they keep filming with each other? Like I say, Melody, she wanted to be the breakout star. So if Melody is the breakout star and everybody tunes in because of Melody, then Melody, she need to show us what she's working with. Bring somebody on that show that's not going after Tisha, the Scotts. Bring somebody on that show that you can relate to. Besides people that's trauma bonded, people already got mental issues. Bring somebody on the show, because we sick and tired of Melody going after Marcel, Tisha, and Martell. We sick and tired of this. And we don't want to see Martell all over the place as well. We don't want to see that anymore. We want Martell, just like he said there, and say, either tell my real life or just go ahead and fire me. That's what, if you with Ariane, show it to us. Because you remember when he was on Tasha K, when he was going in and out of the court, Ariane was right there, and they say the cameras was right there. Ariane say, look, I'm going to stand right there by my man. So we want to see that. We want to see, and they want to see it as well. Because like I say, these people are bottom feeders. They ain't worrying about Melody. You guys think that they worrying about Melody. No, these people is all about almighty dollars. Long as they can go on their channel and spew all that hate and still sit there and be monetized, that's all they worrying about. They'll be saying Melody who, long as them ratings and seeing people watching their commentary, talking about Ariane, like I say, good news, bad news, is still getting paid. These people would say, who? Melody who? Ariane is got my numbers up. My God. Like I say, these people are fair weather people. Fair weather people. True Wisdom says these people keep playing with the Most High name, saying that they are Christians, but the Bible says you will know them by their fruit. And who calls a fast to start at 12 o'clock midnight, straight witchcraft? Absolutely. 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 And that's why I sit there and say all she's doing is causing other people to get sick. Because spirits are real, guys. You can't think that you can play with God. You cannot play with God. Especially when your hands are dripping. Especially when we know how you guys roll. You can't. You can't become an enemy because of someone you don't even know don't like that person. You cannot do that. And that's exactly what you call witchcraft. We got a lot of people sitting there, they practicing witchcraft and don't even know that they practicing witchcraft. But like I said, you wondering why people are going through, because they are under unequal yoke people. They are unequal yoke people. Tina says she wants everyone to do and think what she wants, like a spoiled 2 year old having a tantrum. Absolutely. Because her mom, and I'm going to say a legend, her mom and Martell spoiled her. She got what she wanted. That's like with Nene. You remember Nene Leakes on Real Housewives of Atlanta, how her husband Greg spoiled her. Nene already said, I would never find a man like Greg, because Greg was an old school man. And that's just like when it comes to Martell. Martell is an old school man. You don't find too many people like that. That is very rare, especially in this day of age. What man that you know gonna come home, cook, clean, bathe the kids, help them with their homework, go to all their school events, their recitals, while you sitting home praying to this money guard, racking up credit cards, wishing you was the next Beyonce. What man that you know that? And then take care of your mom. And you guys want to sit there and say, when it comes to Martell, Martell is the one that put Melody on her feet. No, Martell put Melody on her feet. And her mom too, according to what Martell put out. Martell said he took care of Melody and her mom. Had them both in the house. And he spoiled her. He took care of her. But anything that Martell do, Martell is the bad guy. And we got people soon in a minute when you make videos, they want to come all under your comments. But I'm not deleting none of my comments. I'm not deleting them. But you also gonna respect me as well, because I gave you a platform. I told you if you want to say anything, I comes on and I tell you exactly what time I come on. And this was your opportunity. I don't know what these people what are these people watching? You can't hold grudges. You have to let go, because when you hold that, all that stuff is just making you sick. Don't give a woman that much power. Don't give a woman that much power. Thank you, Tina. She said 37 and only 27 likes. Uh right, Lady D, TikTok business platform, they don't like drama. No, they don't like drama at all. And you want to go there, oh, I got something to say. Oh, y'all come on, because I'm receipting. Bring it to TikTok. TikTok don't want that type of drama. But yet you're supposed to sit there and call yourself a God-fearing people. That's why I said there and say, you're going to know them by the fruit that they bear. You're going to know them by the fruit that they bear. Hey, Pepper. Pepper said TikTok is not about drama. They are all about business. Absolutely. And what you think? Do you think that these people, like I said there and said earlier, do you think that these people are going to go along with Melody? No, they're not going to go along with Melody. Like I say, it's all about almighty dollars. Shoot, when it comes to Stormy racking it up. Stormy making it happen. Every time when Stormy goes on TikTok, she break records. So do you think that these people gonna sit there and side with Melody? No, not at all. Girl, you better be hopeful they don't ban you off of that. Yes, Kenya had to evaluate and reflect. Absolutely. Everybody need a soul, everybody need a self-examination. That's why the Bible say, work out your own salvation in fear and tremble. We all got to work it out. We can't keep pointing fingers at people. Oh, that person got a speck in their eyes, but you got a pole in your eyes. Work out your own soul salvation. We all got skeletons in our own closet. We all have to sweep behind our own back doors. We can't keep sitting there seeing something in somebody else when we got four fingers that point back at us. Make it make sense. True wisdom say, I know everyone is not in the same space spiritually, but I have never heard so much someone who claimed to be a Christian cuss so much as Mel. Absolutely. And how she emasculates people. That's why I said they say bring Ariane on. Ariane is a 2-bit change. Don't come with me and talking about adultery, because I will break them scriptures down to you where even a child can understand. Don't come to me with adultery. Okay? Please don't. Oh, that's adultery. You condone adultery. You got a daughter sitting right there in your house if you're married. Okay? We always want to sweep behind somebody else's door, you and who you laying on the side of, okay? Who the heck you laying on? Like he looking at you 24/7, okay? Like I say, hurt people hurt people. They'll tell you what not to do. But all along, they go and do it themselves. Like I said, they're insane, you know? Melody pushed her man out there. Was it right? No, it wasn't right. Okay, but like I said, that's life, okay? Yes, it's life.
Stays out all night, turns into there's some other areas emotionally, spiritually, psychologically that we are affecting his behavior by what we do or what cooking techniques. And so but it was black women who were the most adamant.
So let's talk about the cooking techniques. Most of Melody's food, and I think someone had talked about it yesterday, always comes in a foil pan, always takeouts, never behind the stove and cooking home-meal foods. And I'm just saying, I don't know if she cook home-meal foods because, I'm looking from the outside in, but most of the stuff that she posts, it always in a foil pan. Like I said, what man that gonna want a woman that got to order food, take out food for breakfast, supper, and dinner? What man that that? Not these men. These men today, they looking for a woman to take care of them, okay?
Who refuse to change meal planning techniques, seasoning food, cooking techniques. And so I said, it's interesting. I said, if we are refusing to provide the black man with the proper physical food when we know that food is what sustains life, then what else are we withholding from him? Possibly there's some other areas emotionally, spiritually, psychologically that we are affecting his behavior by what we do or what we withhold and refuse to give.
So let's talk about that. So we wondering why we got Becky behind the corner ready to scoop our man up, because what are we holding back? What are we holding back? I broke down a scripture to you guys that you only can hold out from a man when you are married for no more than 2 weeks. And that's because you giving a woman's time to get her body back together, most likely because during her cycle. But if you hold out for longer than 2 weeks, what you think gonna come in between? The devil gonna come in between. Sooner or later, that man gonna sit down, he gonna have needs. Martell, according to what they had put out on this reality show, he said he begged his wife for a whole year. What man that going to beg his wife for a whole year to tell what his needs are? And when he asked her to go with him, she said, go by yourself, go find you somebody else. Because like I said, she had got so comfortable in that relationship. She got so comfortable in the relationship. And with that attitude, she would never find a good man again. And I ain't going to say never, never, but with that attitude, no. Not in this day of age. Because these men, these jokers today, they looking for you to take care of them. That's why I say I thank God for what I got, honey. Because you ain't going to find that too many no more. Because most of these men right now, they are very spoiled. They spoil themselves.
And that led me to try to find out. We've always heard that the black man leaves the black family, abandons his woman and children, won't take care of the children, won't work, stays out all night, turns into a drunk, takes drugs. We've heard a lot of negative things. Most of them are true. But I wanted to find out what happens before he gets to that point. what leads up to the breakdown. We've never gone back to try to find out what happens in the relationship between the black man and a black woman that makes him go off and do all of these bad things. To assume that this is just normal, natural behavior for black men would be to assume that he is naturally bad. And I do not believe that the man that God gave to us as a mate is a naturally bad person. And so I wanted to try to examine what goes on with him. What's his side of the story?
And that's all I'm saying when it comes to Martell. You guys must say, oh, she rides so hard for Martell. No, I don't. It's not that I ride hard for Martell. I ride for the truth. Sometimes we got these silly, unequal yoke women that's in that house make a man bad. And we living right now in what I call a state of Lodabar, where the system got us thinking we don't even need a man. Because like I said, all this right here are generational curses. Nothing new under the sun. We got these women right now, they think that they God's gift to whatever because we got the system, got us thinking like that. So we can think man's supposed to take care of us and we don't have to do nothing and put up with our crap. Some of this stuff is our fault too. We need to take accountability of some of the stuff that we have done because the system had messed us up. Because we got this white man telling us, the government telling us, look, you don't need a man. Get the man out the house and I'm going to take care of you. Like I say, nothing is new under the sun. Nothing is new under the sun. And like I say, you guys don't want to hear it, but you're going to hear it. Like I say, in here is real talk, unapologetic and non-biased. I stand on my truth. You guys so used to all this gossip. You guys so used to people sitting there telling you what you want to hear. But I'm going to stand on my truth, and that's real talk, okay?
Did a black man ask you to write this book?
Oh, no, certainly not.
She's
So let's go ahead and get out of this one right here. Like I say, a lot of stuff we have to take accountability. We want to fall on our knees and praying, God, this no good joker, this and that. But what the stuff that you done? What did you do? You're not going to talk about what you did because see, we was told to go ahead and get rid of the black man, and you wondering why today a black man don't even want to look at you anymore. He'd rather go to Becky with the good hair because you sat there, you caused the system to sit there and allow your gifts, your God, your good man to be evil spoken of. Let's go ahead and play this one right here.
on me or walk out
Well,
on me.
see, that's what I'm saying. We have to get into definition. Who told us that was cheating? Where did that idea come from that that's cheating? And I'm not saying that a lot of men are not just running around. I'm not talking about that. But if a woman finds out that her man has been with a woman while she's been with him for 3 or 4 or 5 years, that's a serious commitment and relationship. And if it hasn't taken anything from me, if I'm not going short of anything, and if this is what he thinks his responsibility is, then what kind of hell are you going to go through to prevent that? Since we cannot stop him, we have not been successful. The white woman has not been successful in stopping the white man from having another woman. They call them a mistress. We pick up a lot of that terminology. But a man who has 2 women, that's not necessarily a mistress. That's just his other woman.
Did you hear that? See, we pick up a lot of terminology because of our oppressors, our colonizers, and told us. You see? And we throw away our blessings. And then when we see somebody else and picked up what we thought was trash, they looked at it as treasure. And now they are doing good. We want to go around and we want to tear them down. We want to dox, harass, stalk, and everything else. But you threw him away. And then you thought that Tisha was going to throw her husband away. But Tisha wasn't looking at the stuff that you guys was putting out there. Tisha was looking at legacies, leaving legacies for her children. You wanted Tisha to throw her husband away. And that's why I said there and said when it comes to Melody and Marcel, they could never be in the same room together alone. And I don't think that Melody wants Marcel, but I think that she would do any and everything according to what I see on this reality show, and this is my opinion, to get him to want her so she can have something to say. Oh, he wanted me. Set him up. It's just a setup. You got to watch some of these women today. Because this Me Too movement got us all messed up. When a woman sat there and say, oh, this man did this to me, oh, we're going to sit there and we're going to chase him down and put his head on a silver platter and hand him to the system. That's why you got to be careful. I would never ever be alone with Melody because you don't know what she's capable of doing because of the way that she been moving, that snake like move. All that right there could be a bait. When you saw Melody and Martell was sitting at that table, she could have came out. Oh, he touched her. He touched my leg. And y'all would have believed that. Y'all would have ran with it. So that's why I said there and say, don't put yourself in those type of positions. If you don't put yourself in those type of positions, you won't be going through. See, that's the what I hold the man for. Like all the stuff going with P. Diddy, with Sean Combs. Don't put yourself in that position. You won't have to go through that. If Martell won't go out there and film with Melody, you don't have to worry about Melody trying to set him up. But we're gonna talk about that. I think I'm gonna make another video. I'm gonna make another live, and I want to come out and I want to talk about this. How women, like I said, but we allow our goods to be even spoken of. Some of these women you got to watch, especially this day of age. Like I say, there's a spirit of Jezebel spirit that's roaming because we are now living in what I call the latter days, the last days. So you got to watch these Jezebel spirits.
Now we got two choices. We can be the woman or the other woman. We don't have it those two. Now I know we don't like that. I don't like that. But that's the reality.
So you have only two choices. You'll be the woman or you can be the other woman. Well, you guys said, well, I don't want either. Well, you don't have to be either. Just be by yourself because I promise you, your next one you bring in going to do the same thing. Ain't nothing new under the sun. And that's real talk. So guys, on that note, you all be blessed and enjoy the rest of your day.
With all that will burn, get it. I'm not. As long as you joking, now in for me. I ain't that.